Well, a spooky greeting once again to you all, little Rimrims. Welcome to Rimworld Blood Feast. With your favorite turquoise-haired friend, Anne, here in our now medieval city of ghouls and slaves. And given that we are now a medieval city, I thought it was the perfect time to tweak one or two things I wasn't super happy with. Now, the first one was discussed in the comments section yesterday, and they made a great point that because people are aging faster, we should also make it so they convert faster. They lose certainty in their ideologion, whether that's one of our ideologions or an enemy ideologion too. And I think the Ohm series perfectly got the balance of faster aging down, and I still love the idea of Anne outliving all of her slaves and minions and ghouls. But we never had to worry about ideology. It adds a whole new layer to recruiting new people because we have to convert them first. So I've added a mod that should make conversions significantly faster. It means they won't have to spend the best part of 14 years in a prison now. And along with that, I've increased the chance of successful social interaction, so hopefully they'll be able to start those families a little bit sooner, especially when I actually build them somewhere to do that. To the slaves' credit, though, it's not as if they had much of a chance to try and have Babby be formed, given that we don't even have a bed yet. And the final thing I changed about the mod pack was entirely out of my hands. So at long last, the Vanilla Expanded team have released their memes and precepts mod that takes everything we've found so far in ideology and taken it up to 11. They've added so much incredible stuff. It's the regular amazing work you would expect from those guys. I'll put Oscar's video in the top comment as well, so you can go and have a look and watch him explain it in a far better way than I ever could. Quite simply because there is so much content in that mod that to sit here and talk about it this episode would take up the entire episode. And actually it works perfectly with what we ended on yesterday's episode with being able to reform our ideologian, so we can immediately take on one of those new memes. Everybody suggested kind of the Eclipse mod for various reasons. A lot of people said Pain is Virtue would have been great, and in hindsight that is a great idea because of the whole blinding thing. And it's also nice to see that Truzzy has completed his transformation into a thumb. God, we need clothes. So let's take a quick peek at some of these new memes and precepts that we have access to. I don't want to spend too long on this because, again, it is so huge, and if anything, I'd love to do a more dedicated video on it, but check the video in the description because that will sum it up in a better way than I ever could. Now, you're probably thinking, wowee, that's a lot of memes, because that's what I did, and then I realized, oh, hang on a minute, that's just the first tier. There is so much stuff that they have added to ideology with this. One of them is called Blood Court. Okay, before we get too carried away, though, let's take a look at what we might want to throw in. What is immediately jumping out to me here? Honestly, I'm thinking Supremacist. That would be very, very good. God-Emperor? Oh, Lord. Our leader must be worshipped as a living god, a physical manifestation of our ideals and precepts. The leader is godlike and the power is exalted. Oh. Oh, no. That might already be it. Cultured would make a lot of sense, given that Anne is from a more cultured time, from that medieval era, where of course everybody lived in castles and nobody ever died of dysentery. And to tie in with that, aristocratic would work really well as well. Oh, Lord. This is a hard choice, huh? Nationalistic would work pretty well too, even exalted priesthood to some extent. The medium impact, we have... Oh my... I mean, in some ways, holy disease would be very, very good. Light? Absolutely not, that's illegal. City builders is fantastic. Violent conversion would be fantastic as well. Infidels can choose to adopt our beliefs or die. Holy crap. And then finally, we've got high-impact ones. Scrapper, flesh crafting, pacifist, vegan, fire worship, nomad, blood court. There's so much to choose from here. I mean, blood court sounds like it would be incredibly good, but it does make it so that leadership is determined by the best fighter. Interesting. The death don't care, the corpses don't care, the apostasy, horrible, and scars are honorable. That makes perfect sense for what we've got going on as well. The leader as best fighter would work perfectly when we get more vampires going, for sure, because then the strongest vampire gets to rule. I think that actually does work perfectly fine, now I think about it. But so does darkness, and necrolatry, and tunneler. Oh, God. They've given us too much good stuff. How dare you? And out of all of them, I think God-Emperor is almost perfect. It really does depend whether we lean into getting multiple vampires. Because if we go for multiple vampires, of course, Blood Court would be perfect. But God-Emperor, to make Anne worshipped and loved by all. I mean, that's already pretty much what we've got going on anyway, right? I've got to take God-Emperor. And the best part is, we're playing with a fluid ideologian. So we can just reform again. We have the no limit ideology mod. So as long as we keep doing this and stay on top of it, we can just have meme after meme after meme. until we build the perfect vampire court. I think blood court might be the next one on my list. Wow. So that is the leader preset that they've added there. We can customize that as well to best crafter, best fighter, 3. Oh, you can make a triumvirate. So as we put our trust in the hands of a few rather than one, that is a fantastic mechanic as well. Oh god, they've added so much stuff again. Let's go with godlike. I think godlike is an incredible idea. And then the power preset that comes from that as well. I am righteousness. I'm no simple king. I have ascended to that of a god. Bow before me or atone with your life. Mood leader plus 30. Makes Anne permanently happy because she's worshipped by people. I mean, it's incredible. And to give you an idea for the precepts that they've added, there is a lot of stuff. An insane amount of stuff. For the timing, let's keep it simple. And let's keep it as we have it now. And there we go. Plus 30 to Anne Guine, my ruler supreme for I am godlike. Belief in the blood pact. Wow. Oh boy, that is a lot of mushrooms. And we've almost got the harvest of the Agaralux as well. So I think we'll say to the slaves, only simple meals for you guys. Something I've never really had going on before. That way when we do kick them out to their own little neighborhood, we won't have them constantly coming over here to have a snack. They'll just get whatever's closest to them, right? And I'm sure they can cook their own food. 47 to 33%. Okay, that's a lot faster, thankfully. No more being imprisoned at 14 and coming out at the age of 40. Now, we have a huge amount to do today, because not only are we just about to unlock complex furniture, but we're in the medieval age as a whole. We might want to rebuild certain parts of the base. At minimum, we need to get people armor and weapons. That's something we haven't been able to do at all, with the exception of your basic tribal weapons. And I'm just hoping soon we get that Dark Devil strand so that we can start a huge field of that and then craft whatever we like. I assume it will just be regular Devil strand fiber, so not only will it be whatever we like whenever we want, it will also be very good material as well. But for the time being, we can still craft absolutely nothing non-tribal. Brilliant. Build complex furniture like chair. Goddamn thinking stool. I still kind of wish we had the original one though and it wasn't burned down by armadillo so we could have put it on display in some sort of vampire museum. Next tier we have ale, medieval props, baking, or intermediate cooking. Ah, okay. I mean, I really love the idea of medieval props out of all of them. Just so that we can start decorating this place quite nicely. Nice! There we go. And the best part is we can kick him out before his retirement age. Donaldson, join us. Oh, I mean, they are 50. That's not far off retirement age, but you know what? I'll take it. Now, hello there. From studying manuscripts recovered from Brennenburg Castle, you've pieced together the methods used to extract vitae from a human. This will also grant your colonists understanding of the methods required to harvest vitae from a servant harvester. Wow. So now, rather than using Anne's teeth to extract vitae, we can use mad science. And it begins already. So, whereas so far Anne's been taking blood from humans, her body converts it to vitae to keep her alive, and in turn she can feed that vitae to servants to make them love her, as she has done with Buffy von Helsing and now Eragon. We can use that vitae in other strange ways. We've used this mod before in the Flash series, just to give you an idea of how fucked up this is going to be. Buffy, did you just ride a behemoth to breakfast? She got on it in the freezer and rode it to the dining room. But let's put it this way, though. Some humans we find are not useful as ghouls. They're definitely not useful as vampires. They might not even be useful as slaves. That doesn't mean that we couldn't do something with their body, at least. You don't need a fully functioning brain to clean a room, despite what the people who live with me think. I'm not entirely sure what we can do with this quite yet. I'm not sure we have everything we would need to kickstart it, but if we can have Anne's castle only staffed by mindless monsters, I'm up for it. Even the ghouls aren't allowed into Anne's castle. That's it. Even better furniture. From what I remember, don't you just go to the Bills tab and say, extract vitae. There we are. Extract vitae from a human-like. No medical events available. Do we need medicine for that? We don't. We can just go in there and suck it out. And that is our 5th quest, right? Yes, it is. I've only just noticed this, but the behemoth can carry 4,800 kilograms of stuff. Wow. I feel like next time we reform the Ideal Legion, I need to take the Raider meme. Then we could take everything from everyone. And speaking of taking everything, Pharrell, what on earth is happening here? What is that? Clown sleeve trick. 6 Luciferium. Oh, wow. And then a half-dead man. Hello, I'm here for your... Well, actually, I'm here for your clothes, if nothing else, because we should be able to strip them while they're down. And then we could take it back on our animal and everybody would be fine. Oh, you guys craft clothes at a tailor spot? That's way too 2014. I caravan halfway across the world on the back of a behemoth, hack the ancient terminal, send them to sleep, and then strip them while they're down. We could claim this and take it with us. Ah, I had to send it home before we went and got the relic because we were carrying just a staggering amount of statues. Let's go and get that relic. It spawned in pretty close. I think with the most recent patch, they've made everything spawn a little bit further away. It's a bit weird not to have the relics in the worshipful villages right next door. What is that? There's something down in the bottom corner screaming, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's a rabbit. Of course it is. Of course it's a rabbit. Now, there are no mechanoids on this planet at all. So it makes me wonder if we're just going to be able to walk in, grab the relic, and walk away. Yeah, nothing. I'm alright with that. And there it is. The Vampire Holy Book, the Book of Nod. And seeing as we have a behemoth that could carry heaven and earth, I guess we'll take, anything of note along the way. There we go. First relic down, 2 more to go. And look at her go. It's a pretty nice bonus of having all those points put in presents that you also get 26.9 social. Oh, I mean, I know I wanted to speed up social interaction, but that seems a bit fast. To me, Donaldson, you're as charming as a dazzling moon. Farrell and Donaldson want to sleep together? Well, who the hell was... Farrell was married to... Married to Elena, has begun an affair. Who's Elena? That must be whoever is in the faction that he was part of before. And his daughter is also... Eddie? Wow. Also, what the fuck is Truzzy wearing? Okay, hold on. I need to get this on my head. So, Eddie is Pharrell. Hello? Oh, God. I completely forgot we bought that fucking thing. I couldn't find a mob with Jester outfits, okay? Somebody said it's in Vanilla Expanded. We must just not have the research. That was as close as I could get to Jester. I think it's perfect. So, hold on. Just to get my head around it here. Your best friend and lover is Malvina Donaldson, who you met in prison. Got it. Who was married to who, then? No one's married here. I guess it's because they're part of a different faction, so we've never met them, so they're not in the social tab. I guess that makes sense. See, you all doubted the slave program. They're not even out of prison yet, and they're ready to go. Now, recently, Ghoul Big Brain Arrogant is going away for a while so that we can convert him over to Blood Pact, if I can remember how this game works. And that'll probably take Anne no time at all, given the whole 26 social. A very normal playthrough. I also tragically had to dump the wine outside because everybody's very upset that there are drugs present. But given that Anne passed out twice from alcohol in very, very important raids, I get why Buffy and Von Helsing would be kind of sad about that. This devil hair, though. This devil hair is very much not sad. Okay, firstly, who the hell is that? Secondly, what the hell is going on over here? I've never seen such a color-coordinated faction in my life. Okay, Anne, let's deal with this guy. What has he got equipped there? Iron Scout helmet, mesh shirt. Sir, I need your clothes. Please stand down. Is that goat going to be a problem? Let's take it out. I realize now in hindsight that's quite clearly not a goat. Eddie, what are you doing? Okay, we're going to have to start setting up restricted areas when we've got everything set up. Thank you. I'll be taking those. You know what? Just finish them off fast and let's get down there. Wait, Galbus obtained the Paul Hydrine. What happened? Oh, no, that was her relative? It was her father. Well, my dad's died. I'm not going to have any more showers from now on. What a showdown. Look at this. I mean, look, I know we could win this with probably just Anne, but what if their child went insane? Like, kill them, though. Tiny child. That child's got drugs. They've armed that 10-year-old with beer. Drink the beer. Drink the beer. Anne's magical vampire powers include reckless parenting. Okay, sick kid. And then die forever. Oh, that freaked him out. Oh, they weren't happy about that one. Get him. They punched their own child because he drank a beer. Oh, good luck, team. Oh, people aren't armed well enough for this. Finish that one while they're down. Strip them, then finish them. I want your clothes. Oh, they got back up. Look at that. Nice work. Let's get to work before they die then, because we do need clothes. And strip that child. Oh, no. Anne's powers include going away for a long, long time. Nice work. Look at that. We're going to have to change his color scheme a little bit, but I think that'll keep us going for quite a long time. It is still very annoying that we have to we have to bury all the people I can go for. And of course, as soon as I start stealing people's clothes en masse, we unlock friggin' tailoring. I think Anne just converted Aragon by singing a song to him. I'm sorry, little Thrumbo, it's gotta happen again. I'm sorry, we need the bones. And you're just such incredible melee weapons. No, don't bury the Thrumbo. Now, you're not gonna know the backstory to this, but let me tell you right now, I hate this man. I hate this man for 2 reasons. The first reason is the bit between Anne killing Thrumbos and now 4 hours have passed in real life. It's 5 a.m. And that's because whenever I tried to release this shithead from prison, the game would crash. Rimworld updated yesterday and now everything's horribly broken. This guy also happens to be our head researcher, and I didn't really fancy having the rest of the episode with 0 research progress. So I fixed the problem that was making him unrecruitable. And then that star-faced fez-wearing piece of shit. I recruited him, and he schismed the friggin' ideology. I can see you're ready to join us. I'm sure you'll play an important role in our community, Aragon. Idea split. Divine, godlike, Joricism. So this is unsurprisingly from splits and schisms. I thought the game had once again broken. Turns out, no. He decided to invent his own ideology with blackjack and hookers, perhaps more literally than you might imagine, because he's replaced blind sight with nudism. You will have to take care of 2 ideologies in your colony until one of them dominates the other. Dominate might be the right word, because I read the description of this man's ideology, and my god. Well, in this case, I should say, me god, not my god. Now, to clarify, we're using the Remove Real Religions mod because I had some very dangerous combinations that I think would have got me in a lot of trouble. And that mod was made by a viewer who decided to make one of the gods me. I fashioned every man and woman personally. Each one is unique and a precious artwork by my divine hand. I said to all the godlike Joris, for you shall follow my chosen one, the God-Emperor, and prostrate yourselves in humility, submission, and adoration. The people wore clothes, and looking up at me asked, why aren't you clothed? It's disgusting. And that is because I'm a YouTube. And I replied, your form and mine were created from the heavens. To cover them is what is truly disgusting. This is a very strange day. After spending the best part of 4 hours fixing bugs, this man has decided to found a religion about how naked I am. I don't know what's happening anymore. Oh, what the fuck? I have lost control. I have completely lost control. Just drunk rodents and lagomorphs as far as the eye can see. For some reason, they don't want to eat the Luciferium. Now, there's a fairly obvious problem with this, though I may have fixed his recruiting issue by death moding him free and some other stuff that doesn't really matter right now. The problem is I can't just re-imprison him to convert him because I can't release him again without going through all the steps I did, basically rebooting character editor to release him again. And I assume it wasn't just him that converted. Did Anne convert? Anne's fine. She's still blood packed. Aragon, awesome. Maybe the only person who's converted. Okay, so we'll put you back in prison then. No worshipping naked me. That's very strange. Then we get the fun task of converting him again. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay, you can let him out. He can go free now. Well, I say he can go free. He probably can't go free. Right. Silver ore? Salt? Or salt ore? I think you just call that salt. A kind gift from Arcadius, whoever the hell that is. I also didn't notice, but there's a meteorite made of solid compacted machinery, which we can't get from the quarry. And there's also one made of solid diamonds. Well, let's get that relic installed, and let's actually have ourselves a ritual. We could blind Aragon. We could also go for another level with Von Helsing, too. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Landed right on my church. Oh, look at that one. From studying the effects of VT on living flesh, we've discovered a mixture that aids in regenerating flesh. Okay. Oh, no, that was 5,000. Oh, I misread it as 500. Well, that could take a while. Well, at least I get this lovely soundtrack to listen to as it repeatedly crashes. Well, all this downtime with the game crashing constantly gave me plenty of time to retexture the hot spring. So now it looks like it has blood in it. Well, that was fun. I was going to add some skulls and wine bottles and that type of thing. Every time the game crashes, I'll add something new to the hot spring. Now, carrying on with our little empire here, I've decided to upgrade coagulation and Sylvania again because we're getting to the point now where our military is almost able to defend everything. The loyalty and unhappiness, though, are still in the toilet. But you know what? I think Anne will probably be quite happy about that. But I have seen a lot of requests in the comments about the empire, so you know what? We're going to throw down another one. This one, though, is going to be dedicated to research, which I thought was an incredible suggestion. Seems as if the best biome to build a research lab in would be a tropical forest. I'm a little concerned about this red faction that's popped up out of nowhere. What on earth are they? Just a medieval faction? Is that another meteor shower? Are you joking? Hello? It never ends. Hey, piss off, Arcadius. I still think I'm going to put it there just because it is on the road down here. A little bit dangerous, though. All right, 3.5 days until we've settled that. And now to give you a name everybody's been begging for since day one. Blood... Why does that look wrong? Blood Glock? No, that's not right at all. There you go, perfect. First time. Well, this place is going to cost us a fortune in upkeep because you can only tithe research. You don't make any profit from it, so... Shit, why don't we go all in then? And coagulation is making a small fortune now that we've given them copious amounts of alcohol. We might not have any research buildings yet, though, because we are still medieval. Oh, Alchemist and Ancient Academy. Okay, perfect. So each of these tents can hold 4 people. I'm just not sure how pleased they'll be if they're, you know, married or in a relationship sharing a tent with 2 other people. But I guess that's for them to work out and not Anne. Wow, I'm not sure what I expected, but I'm not sure that is it. But I think everything's coming along pretty nicely now. What I want to do is make sure the slaves never leave the slave area. So I want to put everything they'll need to survive and be self-sufficient over here and then limit them to that area. Water, food, so one of these buildings will turn into some sort of hydroponic. Are you telling me the tents don't stop them getting hypothermia? Maybe if they put their friggin' head inside the tent, they wouldn't have this problem. I mean, it's not as if it's not fueled either. Okay, so that's not going to work then. Good. Good. We could roof over the whole thing. That would be quite good. Okay, don't do that. Don't build a roof over the whole area. You will crash the game. Please, Anne. Please, it's 1 p.m. I've been recording this since midnight yesterday. Please, I just need you not to crash. Please. All I want to do is suck the living life force out of people. Turn them into a horrible mindless servant that looks like a pig. Is that too much to ask? Well, at least I have copious amounts of diamonds. Now, it's all good building a giant city and an empire somewhere in the background, but we have a much higher priority. Anne's dress is broken, and this random wooden armor is certainly not good enough for... What? And this concrete wooden armor is certainly not befitting of someone such as Anne. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. All right, I'm happy with that one. My God, at long last, we've finally done it. That was a mistake. That was a terrible research choice from me, my bad. Well, I say that, but we can also make the orb table. And on the subject of things to fill Anne's castle with, if anybody knows of a mod that adds a 2-square throne, please let me know, because this is completely unacceptable. I suppose for the time being, I'll build 2 thrones side by side. That looks awful. What are you, Manhunter? Was there a bloody Manhunter pack? Well, I wouldn't call it a pack, there's 4 of them. What on earth is that? Who is Zottel? Please, go to sleep. Don't eat my rabbit. Ah, shit. No. Hey, stop that. Hey, get out of here. Wow, they are quite cool, though. They make for a pretty good pet for Anne. Have we tried possession on just an animal that isn't part of a faction? I wonder if it would stay tamed. Okay. Well, that's a good start. Now, let's not get too attached to it. Its heart could still explode at any moment. Oh, speaking of heart exploding, what a lucky boy you are, Aragon Awesome. And thinking about it, now that he's a full-on ghoul, we should probably just give him some Vita and have him regenerate its parts. He's missing an entire hand. Whoops. Well, that'll teach you a valuable lesson about using Anne's hot spring. Oh, incredible. Coagulation is now level 4. When we finally lock all of the buildings for these, we're going to be rolling in cash. How are we looking right now? 2,500 total profit. We can take it up even further. Wow. Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Oh, no, Van Helsing had it as a pet. Oh my God, she is getting ripped apart by Anne. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. It can open doors? What was going on in there? What is it doing? You know, just one of those moonwalking behemoths you see all the time. You know what, Anne? Finish the damn thing off. What was I thinking? You've got enough vitae. Vampiric healing? No, she didn't have enough vitae, but it was either that or she would have bled out. And Aragon Orson had his bloody leg torn off. If we just go regenerate part, he should be good from that, right? Oh, he's also lost his ghoul abilities. God damn it. Why can't I just recover and heal everything for free without any downsides? Down here, we have the weirdest Empire caravan I think I've ever seen. What weapon is that? Fire thrower. Oh, I don't like the sound of that at all. Are any of you any good? You're not really. You aren't either. And neither are you, to be completely honest. Well, kill them all. Oh, God, be careful, Anne. Oh, God, be careful. Okay, be very, very careful. Come here. Don't use that bloody fire thrower again. Another... Wait, that's a different empire entirely. Regular empire, medieval empire. They're just jealous. They're jealous of the vampire. Come on. Just a little tiny bit closer. Good enough. Good enough, I'll take it. Get him, behemoth. Kill them all. That wasn't what I expected, to be completely honest with you. I mean, it's doing some good work. Move forward. You will protect Anne. Oh, there he goes again. Moonwalking behemoth. We might have to combat command this one, team, because they could get knocked down here. Anne's already not in such a good place. I saw an unburied body. It was so gross. Von Helsing is losing a fight to a child with 2 knives. What the fuck are you doing, Von Helsing? Get out of here. What a terrible performance. The venerated Anchoran sarcophagus. Our second relic already. Of course we're going to accept that. And eat that child. These ghouls are... They're so bad. They're just so bad. Now, to Von Helsing's credit, she hasn't yet been upgraded in Blindsight like Buffy has. So it would make sense to get her and Aragon upgraded as much as possible as soon as possible. Well, Aragon might have lost his mind and is now speaking to people who just aren't there, but apparently he didn't lose the part that makes him pretty good at research. We finally got smithing. Or I guess we can finally start smithing. So much of the stuff I'm trying to build needs steel as a secondary ingredient, and we can't get it from the quarry. You only get iron ore and coal because we're using the medieval overhaul. So this might just about be the most important thing we ever get. Apparently also lets you build diamond tiles. Beauty of 6. I also planted the granulin tree amid one of the many crashes, but to be honest, I'm not really sure if it's worth connecting anybody to it. It would be a nice consistent way to get wood or even berries as a very simple food source. The problem is Anne is already busy enough building, you know, an entire empire. Do any of the ghouls have a good plant work speed? Buffy does. We could link Buffy to the granulin tree? I mean, Von Helsing is very good at crafting. Aragon is very good at intellectual, but Buffy doesn't really have much right now. She's good at animals and plants. The granulin tree seems perfect for her in that case. Oh, a manhunter pack? Well, Buffy's not even here, so I guess we'll cancel the friggin' ritual. What the hell's taking so long, Buffy? What on earth are those? Catobolapas. Catoblapas. It's a giant boar. It's a great big piggy. While Anne deals with those, everyone else can go and line up at the granulin tree so that we can actually do the freaking ritual this time. Oh, no. But it's called a granulin tree. Nah, I'm still giving it to Buffy. Oh, there you go. The research settlement finished smithing for us. That was a good investment. That was a great idea. Begin the granulin tree for little Buffy. Anne isn't having any part of this. Neither is Von Helsing, apparently. They are off. You okay? What's going on with her clothes? And perfect. There you go. So what are we going to do with Buffy and her granulin tree now, then? I guess medicine maker, because we've got no way to get herbal medicine at all right now. Now that Buffy's found a true calling, I think it's time to start another blind ritual on Von Helsing. Buffy's blind, so we're probably going to have to be careful during this ritual, otherwise she might take someone's eye out. There you go. Silent gained Von Helsing. So that takes her up to level 2, and then we will quickly regenerate part. Oh, she regenerated the eye that wasn't freshly removed. Brilliant. And then we do it all over again. I don't know about the rest of you, but this all feels to me like the blind leading the blind. I'm sorry, Von Helsing. An eye for an eye. I'm never playing this game again. At this point, you're going to have to insert your own proverbs about eyes. I'm all out. Anne, you can't feed on her mid-ritual. You're going to kill her. Okay. 5 silent levels. So now Anne has 2 extremely powerful blind psychic ghouls. And the blind sight is just kind of nice to have, but the psychic powers is something I have really been sleeping on here. We're going to have to set up some sort of... I guess we could add something onto the cathedral where they can gain psi focus. I don't know where the animator is, but I can't imagine it's anywhere useful. Oh, EMP blow is good. Fatal blow? Powerful but costly move will kill your opponent. Oh, okay. And may have some competition in that case. And overall, I think it is a great day to be a ghoul. It's a great day to be Anne. And it's a great day to be part of the Empire. Anne's Empire, that is, not the Stellarch's Empire or the Medieval Empire or one of the other many empires. And hopefully, somewhere amid the 20 or so crashes I had today, there's an episode I can scrounge together. So many apologies if this is all over the place, but it was the best I could do under the circumstances. A new update always has a habit of breaking something. And given that this mod pack was broken from the get-go, it's now double broken. And that's twice as much broken as I quite like. And it's probably worth mentioning now, and I specifically didn't mention it earlier, but I did swap over the storyteller. I wanted to see what it was like without bringing it up, just in case it was terrible, because then we can move away from it. A lot of people suggest a whole new storyteller for us to try out, and that storyteller is Victoria Valiant. I had not heard of this storyteller before. It's a very fast-paced storyteller, somewhat akin to Perry Persistent. Essentially, it's just a very fast-paced storyteller. You get a lot of good things, hence the massive amount of meteors, but you also get a lot of bad things, hence a lot of sieges and manhunter packs today. I know it's not particularly Halloween-y, and I know that H.P. Lovecraft was thematically far more appropriate, but I would prefer to have a storyteller that does something. I feel like H.P.'s storyteller without the cults, without the cosmic horrors, it feels a bit lackluster. But if anybody knows of a spooky vampire storyteller, I'm all ears. And tomorrow, I can finally do a thing, because we can smith now. Thank you in the meantime to the patrons who allow me to smith all day, every day, long and hard. I'm not really sure where this is going. Thank you to Saikore, Kish, Sinisi, CS Grebo, Smack You, Hobo Billy Joel, But I'm Homeless, This Be Willis, Izodius, Accidental King, Gibbering Mound, Angry Welder, The White Fox God, Kane, Gazoos, My Name Isn't Dio, Mad Marl, Average Nobody, Xylo, and Jesternaut for their executive producer, tier, patron, tier productions. Thank you. I did that slightly out of order, and you wouldn't be... it's completely thrown me off at this stage. Thank you as well to Huderman, Jackson P, Brennick, Marcel, Androdust, Corrupt Racer, Jexel, Foxy Cogs, Bedimus Max, Captain Cuba, Acero, Quivalar, William, Logical Builder, and Mimic with Munchies. See you all tomorrow. Hopefully. I mean, if things are still working. If things work even remotely. Let's just get a job in tech support at this point.